All right, a good one here in the Big Ten. Interesting game at the very least. Michigan and Nebraska. Michigan 3-point road favorites in Lincoln. 52 the total in this game. Michigan, obviously, a great win for the great start to the year. Best start in a while under Harbaugh, 5-0. They've gotten the first really big, I guess the Washington win was pretty good, but that was the first really good win, a big win on the road against Wisconsin, 38-17. But again, turnover influence, bad offense, bad quarterback play. Can they keep it up now, going on the road for a second straight week now at Nebraska? And look, before we've ripped on Nebraska a lot, but let's give them credit for the fact they've covered 5 straight. 5-0 against the spread their last 5 games. They beat up Buffalo 28-3. They hung tough with Oklahoma on the road, lost by just a touchdown. They nearly beat a good Michigan State team that's played well to this point in overtime. And then they didn't just beat Northwestern. They crushed Northwestern 56-7. And I'll say this about Martinez. He's making less mistakes, and they're running the ball very well. Jaquez Yant, outstanding, 127 yards on the ground. They found themselves a great receiver, too. Samori Toure, man, this guy is a playmaker in the passing game for Nebraska. They're playing a lot better. I'm not laying the 3 with Michigan. I'll take my Michigan win against Wisconsin last week, but they've covered 5 straight. They're on the road for a second straight game. And I think Nebraska's offense will be a much greater test, believe it or not, than Wisconsin's offense for this Michigan defense. But at the same point in time, it's Martinez now against one of the best defenses he's played this season. When you compare Michigan to, Northwestern and Oklahoma and Buffalo and Illinois, I mean, Michigan is the best defense that Martinez has seen. But maybe he's up for the challenge because he has played better. I don't have a strong opinion on this game, but I included it because it's a big game and it's worth talking about. I actually kind of lean Nebraska here. I don't know if I'll pull the trigger, but I do. As funny as that is to say, I lean Nebraska, and they've covered 5 straight. They've clearly been an undervalued commodity in the first month of the year. Conor, what do you think? Michigan, Nebraska?
Yeah, I'll take the Michigan because I took them too. I didn't think, against Wisconsin, just took a money line. I'd lean Michigan. Nebraska's played well. I got to give credit to him. Even Martinez is finally playing, but I can't trust him. If I were on a side, I'd just off, but I'm really looking at this under, especially if you get 52.5. There's a couple still out there, and then 52. I think this is a low-scoring dogfight. 2 offenses that aren't great, 2 pretty good defenses, especially lately. Nebraska's been good. The Oklahoma game, the Michigan State, and we know Michigan. I think they're an under team, so I look at the under 52.5.
What concerns me for Michigan here is, Blake Corum and Haskins. I mean, Cade McNamara is solid, but I think he's at his best when they can run the football and be balanced on offense, although you can say that about a bunch of teams. Nebraska's only given up 3.7 yards per carry, 122 yards per game on the ground. Their run defense has been pretty good. And if Michigan can't run it, going to put more pressure on McNamara throwing it. So it's very, very – Jake Kaiser, your team, I think we got a chance in this game because this is that feel to it. People are starting to buy into Michigan now, starting to buy into Jim Harbaugh after the win against Wisconsin and beating Washington at home earlier this year. Is this where they have that stub their toe moment? We know they usually have one of these, Michigan, during the course of the year, but it's a fascinating game. It was definitely one worth talking about, even though I'm kind of on the fence, although I do lean Nebraska.